This is Deadly Days Roadtrip. It's the sequel to a game called Deadly Days that I think I played a while ago, but it's been a pretty long time. This game is pretty different, though. It's actually more of a Vampire Survivors style game, structured like a roguelike, which is a pretty interesting approach, and I'm enjoying it so far. I've done a couple of runs, and I guess I'll show you how this works. This is the free demo. I got it during Next Fest. I'm not sure if they're keeping the demo around after Next Fest or if it's going away, but I'll put a link in the doobly-doo so that you can, check the game out for yourself on Steam. So this is my little dude, and we're gonna go out on a bus trip to scavenge and fight some zombies. Let's go to this place in the woods on the highway. So yeah, I am this little man, and I've got a little automatic pistol, and there are some zombies. The thing that I have to do before I can leave is collect enough fuel cans. So there's a fuel can right there. If I get close enough to it, it'll pop into my inventory. And you'll notice my character, I'm not aiming these shots. My character is just automatically shooting whatever zombie happens to be nearby. Now, I can actually change that. Like, if I want to aim at a particular zombie, I can use the right stick to manually aim my gun at whatever zombie I want. And it's interesting because there's an interesting trade-off there. Because when I let him fire by himself and choose his own targets, he will always unerringly hit his targets. His aim is great, but he might choose to shoot a different zombie than I want to shoot. If I want to take manual control, I can, shoot at whatever zombie I want to, but there's a chance that I'm gonna miss. And so, I don't know, it's just an interesting trade-off. Normally, I actually don't manually fire. I let him not waste any bullets by hitting every single zombie that he fires at. And then I will only aim him when there's a particular zombie that's very important for me to fight. So this is how you level up Vampire Survivors style. Whenever you fill your experience meter, there is a supply drop that gives you some piece of equipment. So right here, this is my backpack, and it contains just the gun that I've been firing. And actually, I think I need to switch to my mouse for just a second so that I can get descriptions on all these items. So, okay, so we've got a dart, which will increase the fire rate of my weapon, a scope, which will increase the range of my weapon by a lot, and we've got socks, which will increase other footwear. So since I don't have any other footwear, I won't do the socks. I got to decide if I want better range for my pistol or a better fire rate. Now, my pistol, it's pretty short range, but I think that, I'm close to zombies often enough. Making it fire further isn't going to help me that much. The dart, however, making me fire more often will. So I'm going to grab the dart, and now I need to place the dart inside my backpack. You'll notice it's got these, if I rotate it, it's got these little stars that are pointed in a certain direction. And so what I'm trying to do is arrange it so that the gun is inside of its range. And if you get the gun inside of its range, then it'll apply its benefit to the gun. So you've got this whole inventory Tetris game that is how you level up your character. You level up your character by placing things in their backpack so that there are synergies between the items. And it is an interesting game, a little mini game basically to be playing in your backpack. So now I fire more frequently and more powerful against the zombies. So yeah, so I don't need to push a button to interact with these items. I just need to stand next to them long enough. Like over here, this little bag. Stand next to it long enough, and it drops me some fuel, and sometimes an item. So when enemies die, they drop these little golden nuggets that are your experience. And so just like in Vampire Survivors, you need to actually pick up the experience. And so if you're constantly retreating from your enemies and you're always just moving away from them, then you're not picking up any of the experience. So you have to actually sort of either, brave danger by getting close to your enemies, or you need to cleverly guide them around so that they will vacate the area where they used to be. That little honking sound and the green pulse, that means that we're ready to go back to the bus. We've got enough fuel now, we can go back to the bus. But I'm going to pick up this backpack expansion, stick it there. Backpack expansions are the best loot. So you'll notice, by the way, that I've got a dodge move that I can do. These guys will aim at you, and when it turns red, they're about to go, and so you gotta dodge out of the way. These guys are worth manually aiming your gun to shoot, because they're some of the most dangerous zombies. Most of the zombies move slowly, and as long as you're backing away from them, you're fine. But those like rockety zombies, especially if there's a lot of them on screen, it can be hard to stay ahead of all of their little lunge attacks. You'll notice I've got these 2 little blue pips below my red health bar on my character, and you can see the same blue pips next to my portrait. By the way, I'm not sure if there's any value in picking up more fuel than I need. I've never seen a value to that. But yeah, those blue pips, those mean that's how often I can do that dash move. So if I do 2 dash moves in a row, I can't do another one. Fire shoes on dash and on triggered leave a fire trail underneath you, dealing 20 damage per second. I've never done that before. I could also grab a firework that causes some of my bullets to explode, or a grenade, which means I'm just tossing grenades at zombies all the time. Those are both really good, but I've never tried the fire shoes before, so I'm kind of inclined to try the fire shoes just because I can. So that means I leave fire in my wake. So if there's zombies that are coming after me... Ow, whoops, I just rocketed right into a zombie. That wasn't helpful. Your health does get restored upon, entering each level. So I'm not too worried about my health going down a little bit, because I'll be getting that back. Having my health go down a lot can be a problem. See, if you're moving the right direction, you can dodge those lunge attacks pretty effectively. You don't necessarily have to dodge them with the dash move. It's just more reliable to dodge them with the dash move. So I might as well see if there's any items I can get out of these cars before I go. It looks like it's just gas. And again, I've never established if there's some value to collecting gas. However, the nuts and bolts that I'm collecting, those are valuable. Those can be used to unlock items. Oh no, I'm being surrounded! But we got out. It's not actually that good idea to spend a lot of time sort of hanging out around the bus, because once it gets surrounded by zombies, you have to stand by that bus for a while to leave in it, and you can get in trouble. So, yeah, we've beaten the first stage, and now I get an opportunity to use the items that I've collected. So I'm going to just add another backpack expansion. That's all I've got, but later on you'll end up with a lot more items. So now there's only one other place I can go, which is another highway level. Alright, so now we're in roughly the same situation. Different levels do have kind of a different flavor to them, but it looks like we've got the same level type in a row. So, but you'll notice I don't know if these levels are handcrafted and there's just a large number of them, or if the levels are procedurally generated to some degree. I haven't played enough to be sure. Ooh, I just unlocked a submachine gun. That can be pretty effective. However, the only opportunities you get to mess with your inventory are like when you get these supply drops. You can mess with your inventory enough to collect what's in the supply drop, but you'll notice that these items that I picked up by other means, they're grayed out. They arrive in a broken state, and you have to spend the nuts and bolts. Oh wait, you can't actually see. Maybe this is a better position for my head anyway. Those items up there, they're broken, and you have to spend the nuts and bolts in the upper right-hand corner to unlock them, and that can only be done between levels. You can't do it mid-level. So these items are the only ones I can grab mid-level. And I think I'm inclined to grab the one that regenerates my health. So it heals for 25% of the damage taken after a delay of 5 seconds, as long as no further damage is taken. So it ultimately sort of mitigates the damage that I take from zombies, and that seems valuable. So I think it doesn't restore 25% of my overall health. It restores 25% of the health that I lost. So it just kind of reduces the injury I took, basically. But 25% is appreciable. So let's leave the big crowd of zombies behind. I would love to get myself a weapon that can do more rapid damage to them, so that I can actually take on a crowd like that and get more stuff out of them. So you can see in the upper left, which honestly, I should have had the upper left visible this entire time. I didn't realize where I had my head. In the upper left, you can see I've got a mini map, which is helping me find those little teal dots are where the loot is, and then that fuel gauge tells me how close I am to my goal of collecting all the fuel I need. Got a boxing glove, which is helpful for melee, which I'm not doing right now. Ooh, and the sun's going down. Sun's getting real low. Just wanted to go up and grab these nuts and bolts. So zombies, they drop, you know, occasionally they'll drop, I think, nuts and bolts and other items in addition to the usual experience. You know what happens if I, like, deliberately leave fire in the way of these zombies? It looks like they do actually, yeah, that did do some damage to them. Unfortunately, it damaged the middle of the crowd, which is not the best place for me to go to collect my experience. Okay, we got enough. However, there are enough items over here. I want to grab a few. Yeah, we got rollerblades. I think you can only wear one footwear at a time. Looks like we got a revolver. I do like my fire shoes, though. Like, I don't, even though the rollerblades are nice, they make you go faster. I think I want to keep these fire shoes. They're just fun. Yeah, so we're just shooting that guy there. Okay. It takes a lot of shots to get the fast guys. Oh, looks like we got some big old gas spitter guys over here. I don't even know if I've ever done enough damage to hurt them. Oh, and the person, the zombie in the cloak is weird. They have a lot of health and they retreat from you periodically, so I don't know what's going on with the cloak zombie. I definitely need I think I need a better weapon to seriously damage them. Ooh, before we go to the bus, yes, I want to collect some more of this abandoned experience. And grab this. Okay, so looks like we've got, here we go. Big backpack expansion. That's something we want. As much as I would love to grab a grenade, because those are pretty useful, I think backpack expansions kind of win. Okay, here we go. Okay, so now we've got this SMG, and I've got 58 little nuts and bolt things, so I am going to repair it now that we're between levels. That means I can pick it up and I can stick it. Oh, whoop, I can't quite. Here, let's put that there. Oh yeah, so I can't equip that until I've gotten rid of my weapon. You can only have one weapon equipped at a time. Unless there's upgrades you can get that can increase that, but or if you have two single-handed weapons, like you can have like a pistol and a revolver, or two revolvers, you can have something like that. But if you've got anything that has two handles on it, you can only use one at a time. So let's grab this backpack expansion, and I don't know what the best place to put it is. Maybe there, and then let's activate as many of these as we can. So let's get the fireworks and attach them to our weapon. Let's move the footwear over there. Let's repair the grenade. Stick the grenade on here, maybe there. I don't know. And then I'm not planning to use melee, so I'm going to sell this boxing glove. And I like my fire shoes, so I'm going to sell the rollerblades. Though, you notice the rollerblades say that on dash, they will trigger triggerable items. So triggerable items are things like the grenade, Which so this, if you've got the grenade, you'll throw a grenade every 3 seconds, but also you'll throw an extra grenade anytime things are triggered. And so if you're using the rollerblades, not only do they increase your speed, but they also will trigger triggerable items more often. So that's the reason to get them. I'm enjoying the fire shoes though, so I think. Okay, so I'm at least going to sell my extra revolver. Maybe I'll hold on to these in case I change my strategy. But yeah, there we go. All right, so again, only one option, Chinatown. So we'll head out there. So now I've got a submachine gun and I'm throwing grenades. So I'm going to be much more effective against these zombies than I've been in the past. Now, each shot from the submachine gun does less damage, but I do a lot more shots, and its DPS is definitely higher than what I've been using historically. And eventually, the typical zombie that I'm dealing with is also going to be tougher, but for right now, this is a big step up in my capabilities. But if I want to keep, stepping up, if I want to keep pace with the zombies, I am going to keep having to pick up upgrades for my gun. So I'm headed this direction because I see sort of a hint of a potential loot container over this direction. But this looks like it might be a more sparsely populated level than the last one. Like, I'm not seeing blue dots, those little teal dots, or cyan. That's more of a cyan than a teal. Whoop, there was a zombie behind there. I'm not seeing as many cyan dots on the map as I was before. That's making me nervous. However, we got these gold dots that are just gas that's lying around. So if I go after gold dots, that might help. Yeah, I think, okay, I can see a blue dot in the distance. Wait, is that a gold dot down below me? Oh no, that's a box. Okay, so I'm gonna manually aim to open the box. And then oh, here we go. We've got a supply drop coming in, except, okay, there we go. What's in the supply drop? Okay, so we've got rollerblades, which we're not going to use. We've got the fire shoes, but we've got socks. So they increase the effectiveness of marked footwear by 100%. So what is the effectiveness of this? Does that mean that, maybe it raises the chance to burn enemies? I'm not sure. But we'll stick the socks. We don't have to put them in a particularly close position, so I'm going to stick them there. Okay, let's get out of here. Whoops. I, for a second, forgot what buttons did, and was not effective at defending myself. So, health is not doing great. Let's see if we can improve on that. Okay, too many zombies around here to stop by that car. Luckily, got more car. Oh, whoa! There was an exploding zombie that I did not see coming. Okay, good. We just picked up an item. You notice on the... Oh, wait, did we pick it up? Maybe we automatically ate it. I don't know. It looked like I picked up a can of food, but maybe I automatically ate it because I needed it because my health wasn't great. Okay, we've got some fuel that came out of that car, but I can't get anywhere near it because of all the zombies around. So I'm going to go somewhere else. Lead the zombies... was not paying enough attention. I'm going to lead the zombies elsewhere and hope that I can get back to pick up that fuel. Okay, yes, here's the fuel. And the supply drop. Pistol, rollerblades, well, that's a no-brainer. Yeah, we want as many spots next to our weapon as we can. Oh, whoa. I am not doing well. We're getting there. It looks like up and to the left is a place where I can get fuel. Yikes. Zombies are getting thick on the ground. Okay. Oh no! I teleported right into the middle of some zombies. Okay, that's all right. We died, but we can keep playing. So we're gonna head back to the base. Funny, like trying to talk through all of this, I am not playing as well as I have in the past, but that's fine. Okay, we collected 14 apples, which is not enough to level up any of our stats, but that's fine. We hold on to our apples. And we don't have any alternate survivors to choose from, probably because this is the demo, and they're probably limiting the variety that you have access to. So I guess we'll get back on the bus and we'll try again. So you can see it's a roguelike type structure, so you just start over at the beginning whenever you fail. But it's pretty friendly. You don't really lose a lot. You just sort of accumulate these broader resources and use them to sort of slowly upgrade your character over time. So it's certainly like the upgrades that you get in your character certainly will help your chances of survival, but I haven't gotten the sense that they're like that the game is unplayable without them. You know, like I feel like, you know, there is sort of that roguelite meta progression, but I am not feeling like everything is so dependent on that like the game is pointless until, you know, that trying to make progress is pointless until you've gotten a whole bunch of those upgrades. I mean, my failure in that previous level was definitely a skill issue. I was not playing well, and I've played much better in the past. So I don't feel like it's just the, you know, the lack of time I've spent playing in this game that's limiting my progress. I feel like it's a big part of it really is how good I am at the game. All right, so you see on the left, I just picked up a healing item, and so I can use that whenever my health gets low to keep myself alive a little bit longer. Game has some very friendly music. Okay, so now I can see there's some cyan to the west, so that's the direction I'm headed. Oh, I see some fuel up here. So most fences I can just bowl my way straight through. It's actually, there's only, you know, only larger obstacles are actually impassable to me. The world actually feels pretty reactive, like, you know, lots of things in this world can get bowled over and destroyed by you while you're playing, which kind of makes the whole thing pretty satisfying. Okay, looks like we've got all the fuel we need. And I'm picking up a lot of little items. So those little glowing containers, I think, have a high chance of giving you, like, more useful items. I think that the little bags under the cars or around the cars, those tend to give you consistently just fuel and parts. Whereas the other, those more like brightly lit, brightly highlighted containers are more likely to give you long-term valuable stuff. Oh, whoops. So I should be heading back to the car. I'm just having fun wandering around. You can see another glowing container with a health kit in it. That's nice. Okay, so you can see that little yellow icon floating near my character. That's telling me where the bus is. I should probably head that direction. it's nice to kind of go back past areas that I've been through before because I can pick up experience orbs that have been dropped. Oh, please drop the supply drop. Not in the middle of a zillion freaking zombies. Okay. Ooh, so I can get a rat, which poisons things. I can get a backpack extension, or I can get a second gun. Oh, there's plenty of second guns already in my backpack. So I'm going to grab a backpack extension, and I'm going to get the crap out of here. Oh, yeah, so running into a zombie slows you down in addition to damaging you, which makes it easier for other zombies to get you. So there's a very horde-oriented situation there. Okay, so let's get rid of the pistol. Let's grab the SMG earlier in my progression this time. And we'll put it here. We will grab tiny backpack, stick that there. Though actually, ooh, we've got some headgear here. It increases my fire rate, but also increases my spread. That seems fine. But okay, I need to. It's going to be costly to repair it. So let's sell as all the stuff we don't need. Okay, and that gives me enough resources to repair the rollerblades. And actually, wait, the rollerblades can go there. Let's repair the helmet. And now I don't actually have space for the health kit, but that's okay because I'm, not planning on getting hit as much this early in the game. I can make more room for it in the backpack. So I think that's good. Let's move on. Okay. Oh, looks like I'm already ready for an upgrade. Okay. Big backpack expansion. Seems worthwhile. Especially since I've got that thing that I want to install. Though, actually, I should have repaired it so that I could immediately grab it. I hadn't thought about that. Oh, well. So I see a bunch of cyan on my radar to the north. Going to be chasing that down. Oh, looks like we got some glowing boxes. Well, the more grenades, the better. I like when my character starts picking up an item while I'm already in motion. Oh, whoops. So yeah, it looks like whenever you get near a health item, normally you can only carry one item at a time on the left, but it looks like if you get near a health item and you're damaged, you'll just consume the health item without ever adding it to your inventory, which is helpful actually. It means you don't have to use, like if you have some other item queued up, you don't have to use that other item to make room to collect the health item and then use it immediately and then have no item left. And there are very few reasons to like save up a health item. Okay, we got several items here that we can't pick up. Okay, where the heck is this container? Oh, there's a container there. That was it. Okay, cool. Well, let's get out of here. I just kind of like hanging out near the horde so I can blast as many zombies as I can. But we're giving me lots of like immediate power-ups, which I don't need at the moment. I am going to grab some experience. Oh crap. Oh crap. Did not mean to teleport in the middle of a bunch of zombies. Ooh, a shotgun. Or a dart that increases my fire rate. I think I'm going to go dart. Okay, so I think these guys, yeah, they can't go through cars. So as long as that path is trying to go through a car, the zombie's going to get stopped. Ooh. Oh, crap. Oh, that one hit me. Alright, well, I'm going to use the item that I've got queued up. Okay, looks like that's enough fuel. Now, we're just headed back. But along the way, I'm going to grab as much stuff as I can. Oh, whoa. I was like looking at the map and not paying attention. That's a bad move. There. So I ate that immediately. I'm getting so many submachine guns, which I cannot use because they're a two-handed weapon. I do appreciate that almost everything that gives me fuel also gives me parts, because parts have long-term value even if the fuel isn't what I need right now. So, okay, so we just got the dynamite, which I want to use. Okay, so it just... I think it, oh, there we go. Look at that. I'm not even quite sure how the dynamite works. I just used it, and then suddenly a bunch of zombies died. I don't know. It's got the balloon pump, which increases bullet size, which increases weapon damage, but it's got a weird pattern to it. Like, it's hard to figure out where to stick it, so I think I'm going to stick it right there. Oh, wait. Oh, this has to... I haven't even been using this. It has to mark the weapon. Gotcha. Okay, I placed that thing wrong originally. So we're going to do that. So now this is actually contributing, and it wasn't before. So yeah, all of my weapon upgrades are working. Let's get out of here. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I really appreciate how powerful my sort of lunge move is. Like, I can really go far with that thing. Okay, second level complete. And it is about time for me to go pick up my son. So I'm going to snap my fingers and I'll come back in just a sec. Okay, I'm back. What was I doing? Let me see. Okay, right. Okay, so we've hit a point now where we've got too many items in our backpack, and we have to cull them out. So now, the backpack upgrades, those are obvious. We just stick those in the backpack. No questions asked. But the rest of these things, we can decide which ones we're going to keep and which ones we're going to sell. Now, anything to do with melee, we're going to sell, because we're using ranged weapons. Alternative melee weapons will sell. The rat, that helps with any kind of weapon, doesn't it? Okay, well, we've got an SMG already, so we don't need another SMG. A lot of this other stuff is potentially pretty useful. Okay, so let's move. How do we want to do this? Okay, so this can go all the way over here and still reach the SMG. This could go there to let that go here. Actually, no. Yeah, and I still want this one touching the SMG, don't I? So yeah, so that goes there. I guess, yeah, there isn't a better place to stick this, so I'll stick it there. Unless, wait a minute. Does it matter? No. Okay, so let's look at what else we've got here. So we've got extra magazines. Let's repair this. Now, extra magazines has to go someplace like that. And actually, oh yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, we've got 2 extra magazines. What they do is they increase the fire rate and the clip size. But they also mean that your reloads are take longer. But that's fine, we can deal with that. So let's grab this guy and put it here, where it still works. And now we've got some more space over here where we can put the other clip. So we'll rotate that, stick it like that. And then we've also got plenty of parts. So I'll put the other dart here. And then let's repair all these grenades and stick them here. Now, eventually we might want to place that rat, but we don't really have the backspace space for it. Actually, I'm curious. Okay, so it's... Okay, so now I know what the shape of its sort of trigger area is. And while we're at it, I think I'll repair this health kit in case we find a spot for it. And I think that's it. I think that's all I can do. So now we're going to be spamming grenades, and we're going to be firing a lot faster in the next level, which is going to feel good. However, I am still capable of getting killed, so we'll find out how this goes. Look at how much faster I'm shooting now. And I'm doing bonus damage. And okay, here we go. Now, what do I want to be able to... Yeah, okay, I want to be able to put the rat on this guy. So let's put that there. And, okay, I couldn't remember if I could actually grab the rat at this age, but I can't. So I'd still have to wait until the next between level period before I can actually apply the rat. But I hope I don't get myself killed here, because I do want to find out what that rat is like. Look, it's got some kind of poison effect. I just don't know how effective that feels. Look, I'm just like, every 3 seconds, I'm tossing a cluster of grenades in random directions. When I'm near very few... It looks like it's not random directions. It looks like it's towards random zombies, with a little bit of random spread to its direction. Yeah, I am suddenly much more effective. And once I actually get near some crowds, these grenades might start making a bigger difference. But yeah, you can definitely see that my reload times are slower. I'm going to need to dodge as soon as I get out of here. So the scope increases my range, and the firework makes my weapon explode, makes the bullets explode on hit, doing extra... Okay. The range sounds nice, actually, because... Yeah, I'm so close range right now, but I don't know. When I'm firing this often, doing explosive damage once every 5 shots feels really powerful. So I think I'm going to do that. And let's dodge. Okay, whew. All right, let's loot all these tents. They're so clustered together. I mean, this is a bonanza. We'll be getting our fuel very soon. Okay, it looks like that enemy could not have gotten on me in that time, in that space, because the tent was blocking him, but it was really hard to tell that that was the case. Okay, it looks like we've got a big crowd gathered up around where I want to be at the moment, because there's some searchable stuff here. Okay. You know what? I think I'm going to give them some space. Okay, so not every tent is giving me fuel. There's a fair number of tents that are just giving me parts. I wonder if they base the frequency of fuel on how many searchable items there are on a map. Like if the map comes with a lot of searchable items, they just make them less productive. Whereas if there's very few searchable items, they all have plenty of what you need. Okay, so it looks like, oh, hey, we got a glowy thing. They give me a boxing glove, which I kind of don't need, because I've gone with a shooty strategy rather than a melee strategy. I've never actually used melee, so I don't know. It might be better. I don't know if I've ever killed one of the big guys. Okay, let's stick around here long enough to try to get the upgrade. Another SMG, a knife, or tiny backpack. We're going tiny backpack. I think I'll do that. Wait, no. I've got socks, which can increase these things, so I'm gonna put a little spot right there. Yeah, see, it's like I'm never really hanging around the big guys enough to actually do a lot of damage to them. Because usually the little guys encroach, like, because the big guys move so slowly, the little guys encroach and sort of push me away from them. Also, they fire nasty things, so I should get away from them. Ooh, he's got a triple backpack space there. Oh, and then over here, this is the place that used to be surrounded by the crowd of zombies. And is once again surrounded by zombies. Okay, let me get away. Here is a fuel can. This might be my last one. Yes, that's my last one. Okay, so I should probably not screw around. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Wait, we got an upgrade coming in. Okay, so I have to screw around. Nope, please stop, please stop. Okay, we need to lead them away. I've missed out on my upgrade. But, oh wait, no, I've got, hold on. There we go, I just used my dynamite. Again, I have no idea how the dynamite is actually aimed. Like, it just seems to destroy a random group of zombies. Okay, so we've got extra magazines, which I don't have a good spot to put anywhere. So I'm just going to grab it for now, and we will make it more useful later. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. Okay. One more hit and I am screwed. Oh no. Oh no. We are so far away from the bus. Okay. I have got to be smarter than I usually am in this game. Oh no. Oh, I just touched one. Dang. Wow. Apparently I'm dying on level 3 these days. Normally I die around level 5, but because I'm making a video, of course, I'm doing the worst. But that's okay. You know what? I mean, you're seeing the fact that this game is challenging. Maybe this is inspiring you to want to show that you can do a better job than I can. So yeah, now that I've got 32 apples, I can buy a couple of these upgrades. So for instance, I can pick things up from further away. I can attack faster. I can move faster. Moving faster sounds pretty valuable. Let me do that. These go up in very, very small increments. Oh, and actually, right, I didn't have enough apples for that one. Oh, well, that's fine, whatever, it's okay. So yeah, I think that you probably got the point, even though you haven't seen me get very far. There are actually different types of levels. So you've seen me do these sort of scavenging levels. There are also levels where, for instance, you have to clear a roadblock before you can get by, and probably others that we haven't seen yet. But I guess I'll leave you to discover those for yourself, because I think this video's been long enough. But yeah, so I got this demo during Next Fest. I don't know if the demo is going to be permanently on their Steam page or if they're going to rescind it as Next Fest ends, but go check it out. I'm going to stick a link in the doobly-doo so you can go and have a look yourself and give this thing a try. It feels really good. Like, for me, you know, I enjoyed Vampire Survivors, but it didn't stick with me very long, mostly just because, you know, it just felt like kind of the kind of arcade experience. It's a little bit disposable. It's like you do a certain amount of it and you're like, okay, I'm done. You know, it didn't really, it engaged me on sort of a reflexive level, but on less of a strategic level. Specifically, the scavenging and backpack arranging part of this game adds just a little bit more of something else to the experience that grabs my attention more with this game than with the other games in the genre. So I think they've done a really clever job of putting together a unique experience within a familiar sort of format. And yeah, so I think this game is really worth people's attention. So I hope that you give it a try. And yeah, I guess we'll wrap this up. There's my subscribe button. Here's some links to some other videos if you want to see more stuff, and we'll leave it at that.